Hoichi the Earless. Long, long ago, in a seaside town called Akamaseki, there stood a small temple named Imida-ji. There lived a blind Biwa minstrel named Hoichi. He was poor, yet kind-hearted, and his skill with the lute was said to move even the hardest of hearts. When he played the tale of the Heike, especially the Battle of Dan no Ura, listeners would find their eyes filled with tears. One humid summer night, as Hoichi sat alone on the veranda, softly plucking his strings, a deep voice called out from the darkness. "What a splendid sound! My lord wishes to hear your music. Come with me." The voice belonged to a man clad in armor. Hoichi, unable to see, followed without question. He was led to a grand mansion. Inside were many people, dressed like nobles of ancient times. When Hoichi began to play, the hall fell silent. Then, faintly at first, he heard the sound of people weeping. His performance of Dan no Ura seemed to stir the souls of the long-departed. When he finished, the warrior said, "My lord was deeply pleased. You are to return for the next 6 nights to perform again." From that night on, Hoichi went out every evening to play. But he told no one where he went, for he had been warned to keep silent. Day by day, his face grew pale and thin. The head priest, worried, sent a servant to secretly follow him. That night, the servant trailed Hoichi through the darkness, past the temple gate, across the quiet grounds. There, before the grave of Emperor Antoku, Hoichi sat and played his biwa to an audience of invisible ghosts. Terrified, the servant ran back and told the priest. The priest realized the truth. "Hoichi, those who listen to you are not of this world," he said. "To protect you, I shall write the Heart Sutra upon your body. No spirit will be able to see you then." That night, the armored voice returned again. "Hoichi, come forth, my lord awaits." But Hoichi sat still, silent and motionless. The warrior looked around but saw no one. Only, in the dim light, 2 pale ears floated in the darkness. "Ah! Proof that he was here," the voice murmured. Then, gently but firmly, the figure reached out, took Hoichi's ears, and vanished into the night. When morning came, the monks found Hoichi sitting quietly, blood upon his face, yet calm as ever. The priest wept. "I forgot to write the sutra upon his ears." From that time on, he was known as Hoichi the Earless. And though he had lost his ears, his music grew even more beautiful and deep. A melody that comforted the restless souls of the Heike beneath the waves. The end.